Irajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so I don't think that people understand that it's not about the story that I've gotten that is wrong. It's about the details that I am looking at. Because even if you say that I got the wrong story, if you truly cared about how you felt about people, why would you bring up a personal situation that had nothing to do with the woman if you were cursing out beer game? What is this about? Truth. At this point, she in my family. At this point is she's in my family. So then at this point I gotta keep it honest. And if you say you more street than me, then why you got Cream naming her in your mouth and she ain't got nothing to do with the beer game situation, and you bringing up messy shit that should have been on behind the scenes online if you could reach out and you know these people's numbers talking about you street. That ain't street. That ain't street if you got people's name in your mouth on the internet and acting like that's not street. Why would you be bringing up her name if it had nothing to do with nothing and just be like, oh, she's a liar? That's shady. That's shady. That's not real. Why would you do that? And now she coming up, I don't even know. I'm being like, if you did have information, why did you feel like it was for the internet to know if you was a street nigga? If you was street and you cared for Cream, or even if you were street and you was private, there would be no reason for you to divulge the information for me to be privy to it in the first place, because everybody talking too much. I don't feel that way. I feel like Cream has said such and such family, this, that, and other. She hasn't involved me in it. She hasn't said anything about it. When I am super vocal, I be around you all the time. I be nice and stuff. Only for what? Only for you to be bringing up people's numbers like Cream come over you before the money because Cream trying to get the God. So I don't care about no money, relationships, nothing. I know that this woman trying to get to God, so she come before all of y'all. So when it come down to it and you bringing a believer's name in your mouth. If she's trying to get to God and you bringing her name up in her mouth talking about she's a liar, was it appropriate as a woman to bring up people's names that are not there when you could have took them to the side and discussed it about them, rehashed it, or got it down? Why are we doing this messy stuff when the main situation was supposed to be about P? No, how you be mad at Barrett Gang for telling the truth about you messing up the legacy of the man because you make him look weak if you don't understand how men think? Why do you think that the public perception of the individual is not necessary at all times? Why do you think that they got him looking crazy? How am I weak for being truthful? You're mad at me for standing with truth? That's crazy. At some point in time, you got to look at the mirror and just being like, you're bugging. The fact that you can attack everybody but not take responsibility for your own self ain't cool. How am I tripping? I ain't call you out your name. I didn't give you no threats. I don't need a moment. I've always had a moment. I don't care about 2,000 people in my room. I have more money. I have more people in the room talking about Ebb. I'm way more funny talking about Ebb. Ebb is better content. I cried based on the video that I saw about how his mother is treating him while you running up cash apps for a tyrant. I cried. Why you think that it's okay to send money to Pastor P81 while she derelicts her duties, take video recordings acting like it's about documentation when we know the motive of the individual had ill intent from the beginning. Then if you don't want to be here, then leave. You still got to remember your statement, Visa. Visa, I came and did my rounds before I did all of these things. How would I need my moment if I've always been in the moment? Don't do that with me. Because since I've been on this app, I've been shaking. So let's leave Visa out of that nonsense. because I was popping before you and I will be popping after you. Look at the star list. And if you keep on trying me, you're going to make an enemy. I'm not Kevin. I'm with all the fuck shit. Stop playing these games. Stop playing them. Stop playing them. I'm not playing with you. I just came out of prison. Stop playing it. Stop playing it. I'm not playing that thug stuff. I'm not doing it. I don't know why you playing it. Worry about your daughter. This is crazy. Your daughter in and out of jail and you worried about me. Saying that I want a moment when you've had a moment for 7 months. You've had a 7-month run every day, getting beans, getting money, getting family members, occurring revenue. And you want to say that I want a moment? You done tried the wrong one. You playing on the wrong one's time. You've been wanting a moment because you never had a moment before any of this, because what do you do that's talented other than talk mess about people? I never had respect about that. You think that people aren't going to come for you and talk about your family as you talk about their family, as you cuss them out, as you don't do nothing good for people? What do you do for the community? And I'm supposed to stand with what? Because we trade beans? I got so many beans, anybody will line up and do business with me. How I count her pockets and I've always made more money. Keep getting in my plans. Keep playing on my top. How? When I've always made more money. I never needed any sensation to get to a bag. Don't you play them games. I made more money before her. I made more money during her. I will make more money after her. Y'all need to be checking the numbers before you open your mouth. Check the star list and I'll be quiet. Men lie, numbers don't. And you tell me if I need to talk about this. Because I'm at 2 million and the month is at the 19th. Shut your mouth. Shut it. Numbers don't lie. What moment do I want? Yeah, I'm on the rich list because my wife is a host too. You ain't think about that. I've hit 2.5 already. I hit 2.5 already. Add my wife's numbers up because we both on the star list. Shut up. Big bag. Huh? But I'm on the star list. But I'm on the rich list. Excuse me? I hit 2.5 already. I'm going to hit past 3 million. What are you talking about? So you can't hold a candle to me. I didn't have no respect when she told y'all to get Ozempic. I didn't have no respect when she brought the V doctor on here. I didn't have no respect when she be playing in y'all faces. So what do you mean? Did you forget when I argued with the V doctor when the V doctor told you it was okay to have birth control? And they say, Visa, what you talking about? When she was showing you pictures of Ozempic and said it was okay. Listen, I am 100% organic. I have never fucking recharged since I came out of prison. Don't ever compare me to no one. Every bean on here is organic that I received and sent. So add up everything my wife got, everything I got, is all 100% organic. So shut up. No one can tell me nothing. What did you say? No one can make that brag. So look at 21, add them numbers and look at me, and then add my wife and look at me, because I ain't recharge a dime on here. And you could see if I did a recharge. Why don't you see if I'm a recharger? Y'all be playing with the wrong person. You be playing with the wrong person. Don't talk money. Don't talk numbers. How my wife ain't on there? My wife made as much money as Trina B this month. Excuse me? I didn't have no respect when she said, go get a carry. I'm done with the nonsense. When she said, you need to go and get a carry. I don't have respect with the nonsense. Why you want me to just be quiet? I was being quiet. I was real quiet. And now this is where you get the truth. Trina B at 400,000. My wife at 400,000. Keep playing on my top. I'm going to keep it real with you. Why you think that I'm on this? I've been on that. So what you mean? It was like, Visa, when you going to come back? When we going to get the 6 PK Visa back? When we going to get the Nature Boy Visa back? Was there a Tommy K when I was PK and Nature Boy and they was throwing me over 10 grand in one PK? Recharging from YouTube? There was no Tommy K then. So what you talking about? There was a Visa. So if you think that I'm about to play these games with any of y'all, I don't need to have nobody's name in my mouth to make a quota. I make them in my sleep. So we're done with that. So what's next? Is there another item of business? Because y'all just on some nonsense. I kept it honest. I kept it truthful. I stayed out of the mess because it wasn't my business. But is it crazy that the last man that he cussed out is the man that's standing up and telling you that if you don't let his brother take control, y'all will never see him on this app because he will literally be in an abyss. Get him close to God. It's ridiculous. I'm not checking no text from Tommy because ain't nobody, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. I got a bullet in my heart and I'm not checking no temperatures. I set the temperature. I'm not a thermometer. I'm a thermostat. And if you telling me to check a text from a woman, what do you think this is? I'm not checking a text from nobody's mama that should be selling Avon or Mary Kay. What are you talking about? You think that, excuse me? You think that I'm arguing with somebody's mother talking about they more street than me? At that point in time, I said, what? I just came out of prison. I got shot in every organ in my body. I've been arrested over 36 times. And this woman in my face talking about she more street than me as her daughter sits in jail waiting for bonds. And she got Regina acting a fool. You want me to sit there and act like this ain't Bebe's kids? This is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is tomfoolery and chicanery. What you want me to do? Are you serious? That lady's a clown. And you want me to sit there and back it up? She's ratchet and uncouth. Did you hear me? She is ratchet and uncouth. Do you hear me? Do you know what that means? You need to start looking at people's moral ethics, their moral compass. If she feels like it's inappropriate to speak in that manner as a woman on a public platform, then maybe we need to rethink all of the decisions that you've been making concerning that individual. Because that's why she supports Regina, because they're cut from the same cloth. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. She's like, yeah. As you see Regina doing all that nonsense on her grandbabies, she don't even got patience enough to be able to calm down her grandbabies to get to the house and beat their ass. Why don't you be like a normal person and act like they didn't do nothing, and when they get around nobody else and then turn up? You don't even know that people is looking at you. Excuse me? And I'm supposed to take that serious? Let her sow my text messages. I always was Team Tommy. So when she shows the text messages that I always absolutely respected the woman, then everything that comes out my mouth is going to be truth. The fact that she would turn on the people that were always in her corner when I was only being truthful is only an indication of people's hypocrisy. What do you mean? I will not show any text messages because I respected her and I treated her like an aunt. I gave her nothing but respect. I never said anything out of the way. And the only thing I ever asked was support in business because she was trustworthy. So if you look through the messages, it will be nothing but me asking for her to do business. It will be nothing but, can you please come and do business? And she been ignoring my text messages because she's been so caught up in your mess, she ain't got the bag no more. You think that is something to brag about with someone ignoring your business text messages? Or is it her looking bad as a business partner? Girl, I got so many jaggins to throw around. I think I might need to start doing business with Zeus because he's good business. You think I'm stupid? I'll be the Muslim man, go throw straight on the gay man because he does good business. I ain't never heard him run off because he does courts for people that run off. Let me go and throw my beans in somewhere where it's safe, where I know he's going to 4 million and he's not doing ratchet things to get him in jail. He's not hood at all. That's a responsible place to put the money. I'd rather throw my money at Zeus before I give any money to Pastor P81. I'm not checking no IG. I don't want to do it. I'm speaking truth. I've been watching Zeus for 3 years. Nobody over here beyond that. Now I just started the business. It's that easy. Do you see what that is? Very simple. Thank you. I appreciate it. He always throws back. He's too public on the platform not to throw back. But it would be crazy. That was the same argument that Tommy K presented. You know that, right? You do know that that was the same argument, that she was too public. But I guess she thought that she was too public, that she didn't think that we would look and see directly and see through the nonsense. You didn't know that I was an organic host? I came from zero. I came over here with my dirty. Would you remember when I came on and I didn't even have my teeth? Do you remember when Visa was missing his teeth? And you made a picture next to me in 21? I ain't never seen Zeus run off with nobody money. He's got receipts on all of y'all running off on people's money. I don't want to check my IG messages. If I'm going to check it, I'll check it when I get off. I don't want anybody to influence me being genuine, and this is how I feel. I'm not going to let you change how I feel. Because if y'all talking about some baby business, somebody complaining, not understanding business, he don't burn big coats, so shut up. You don't do business the way I do business. I don't need you in my business, so shut up. But let's go back to the lesson at hand. You don't think that it would be crazy that I would only do business, only respect the woman? I take the side of the brother in truth and she turns on me? Why would I need to show our business text messages? Everything that I've done on this page is completely organic. I saved my money. I sat at my mama's house and I flipped the money and I threw it inside myself for PKs. What do you mean? How did she turn on me? Why would this woman be showing my text messages like I'm sitting here part of any of the mess? Like I ever said anything like, can you please explain to me what's going on? I have questions. Good morning. What quota are you going to? Can you please come to my PKs? The only thing I ever asked was business because I thought she was what? So what do you want from me? What do you want? Only thing I ever asked was for her to come to my PKs, and she started ignoring me when she was in all of this messy stuff. So I stopped asking. What do you want? I stopped asking the woman. If you keep on leaving me on red and I'm asking you for beans, what do you want from me? If I'm sitting here with thousands of dollars in my Bigo wallet, needing somebody to pull up, and I only got 2 business partners, and I send you a text message, you leave me on red and you are on still, if you never would leave your panel and throw on me because the attention of the people was more important, get the fuck out my face. Like I don't be having people wanting to look at my face. Ain't nobody looking at you, Pootie. What? Do you understand that? That I'll be sitting here being like, I'm in a PK, she'll respond and say I'm on live, like she can't pop into a panel, throw and handle a business arrangement, act like she too good for it. Like what? You don't think that that make me feel some type of way when I will literally line? I told her, pull me in a team PK and just throw on me in there. Did she do that? No. So why would I sit there and do business with somebody that sit like, what? Excuse me? I got a whole wallet full. If I'm hitting, my wife got a wallet full. I got a wallet full. Why would I sit here and beg somebody to come for business that I've already made the money that I have already? I've already paid my bills. I'm sitting here live streaming because this is my occupation. Why would I not feel disrespected when you leave me on red about a business arrangement when we do business for thousands of dollars? Why do you think that that's cute to talk about? I'm a grown man. Why do you think that divulging business details is something to be privy to the public? You think that that's cute? Why would you ever do business with somebody that's so messy that they think it's cute to leave your messages on red? That means you read all of them. Would you do business with somebody that did that? Like, man, and then want to bring it up as a receipt to embarrass you, to think that it's cute to leave somebody on red for a business proposition? Like I was asking her out on a date? The insinuations are mad. You let these overweight ass TJ Maxx model wig wearing big lunch lady hoes want to sit here and eat as you feed her habits? You should have known she was psycho when you seen the daughter's weave. You should have known it was crazy when you seen her wig. Am I lying? Am I lying? What did you say when you saw that hair on her daughter's head? My wife said she need to go somewhere else. They did that install all wrong. I didn't know what was going on. My wife was like, what they do to her hair? Would you let your daughter be walking around Chicago with her hair looking like that? While you over there taking cash shots for the next bitch? If you don't take your daughter to get her hair done so she don't have to ride around forging checks instead of running fundraisers for people that you don't even know, you don't think that that's crazy? Insanity. Insanity. We don't even have to curse. When will people just be able to tell you the truth? If your daughter's weave look like that, if your wig look like that, if they show the details of your house like that, if they were like, look where Tommy K was living, and then if we never see you cooking, but you claim to be a woman, but you claim to be a mother, now I'm going to go and back and look at what Trina B's saying. Maybe Trina B got some facts over there while he's over there talking about why you were negligent as a parent letting these men around your children that were touching them. Why are there so many excuses? You got the criminal record that's crazy. The only thing my criminal record is known is for scamming and weed. And for record, I was making credit cards. That was my scamming. I didn't do PPP. I just made some credit cards in 2017. So you tell me if I'm just on some nonsense. Am I? Because if the woman has a record of being a criminal, if she tells the man that just came out of prison that she is more gangster than me, she said she's more hood than me. I got tattoos on my face, and a grown woman looked me in the face and said, I'm more hood than you. Did I ever claim to be a hoodlum? Clearly by my English, we know that I am not a hood man. That he is definitely from the suburbs. He might have did some crimes, but Visa is not street. My bad. He's not hood. I may be street, but I placed my suburban ass in the street. At the age of 18, I was not raised in the hood by any means. I was in the suburbs. I had my own room. I never claimed that lifestyle. I never claimed to be from there, okay? I'm not that. I came from middle class. We went from low class to middle class. I didn't have a lot, but I had some. Do you think that it's crazy that she would look me in the face, tell me that she's more hood than me, give threats to have Kevin physically harmed, while she's still getting support from the people that support the man's brother who she's threatening to physically harm? And you think that that's okay? Could you imagine? I don't care what my brother has done. I will never side with a stranger that is threatening to physically harm my brother. When did you ever feel like that was acceptable? Why do you think that people are allowed to give threats to people's family members while they over there sucking up to other family members, playing divide and conquer on your time? Because first she was Team Mrs. White. Miss White. I apologize, she's not married. Then she was Team Miss Regina. I apologize, she's not married either, for good reason. These women are psychopaths that are trying to make a damn dime off of a man's tragedy. Huh? They are psychopaths. Do you know what they are? Sociopaths. I apologize. They aren't psychopaths. They are sociopaths. Hey, Siri. Is Siri working with us today? Hey, Siri. No. Hey, Siri. What is the definition of a sociopath?
Sociopath means a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme
Yo, what? My phone just froze. What did it say? Hey Siri, what's the definition of a sociopath?
Sociopath means a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of conscience.
A lack of conscience. She's a sociopath. I'ma send the money and I don't care where it's going. Is that a sociopath? She don't care about the consequences. Don't be mad at my ethnic Siri. My Siri is ethnic. Okay? It's an ethnic Siri. He's got culture. My Siri has culture. Leave me alone. She's a sociopath. Do you see that I'm over here we don't even have to read it. Let's go by the facts. Do you think that if you're a sociopath, if you don't care about the consequences and you don't have a conscience about your actions? Do you think that you're a sociopath to hold a whole fundraiser for a man that you don't know in real life, that you only know as your Bigo family, to act like you're really a part of the family, to get next to a baby mother that was a Bigo girl, that wasn't a part of the family in the first place, that ended up getting pregnant on accident, like you wasn't a part of the lies when they was giving the tea that she was pregnant in the first place, like you act like that was just somebody that he was in love with. Was he? No, he wasn't. Was he? Am I lying? Did Visa lie yet? Did I lie? From the very beginning, it was white. He met that woman off of Bigo. Does she have regular sense? No, because all of us are crazy. All of us with these Bigo accounts, we are different. Do you hear me? We are in our own world. If you think that you're not, we are talking about people that are not in our family, that are not in TV, that are not celebrities, and it is interesting. And we are involved. We Bigo people are different. So, the girl met Keith off of Bigo. She was infatuated off of the idea of the man that she met on the internet. Was she not? Was she not? Whatever perception that you fell in love with of Pastor P, you don't know the real P, because we only know the perception of what he shows us. Did you get into that? That we still know a character. So, if you think that you really know his mother, how do you really know his mother if you don't really know him? The person that spent the most time with Keith out of everyone is who? Not his mother, Kevin. 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 Not the mother, not the baby mother, not Ghost. Who has spent the most time with Keith over the course of his entire life? His older brother. So let's get into that. If you were in a Bigo family of someone, and you're so psychopathic that you believe that you're a part of his real family, that you attach yourself to the real family as a viable way to receive income. Did you not realize that she attached herself to the family as a source to make money? So they're going to see the value in what she is bringing to the situation. So everyone will think that Tommy K is invaluable, which would make her bag secured for forever. So whoever she sided with, that when P came back, she would win then, she would win now, and she would win before. Of course she gonna jump sides to whoever. She's gotta spread herself as wide as possible so she can cover all her bases. Because she don't know this family. All she know is, since she linked up with Keith, the money been coming in. Why break something that's not broken? Since I have aligned myself with Keith, my revenue has increased tenfold. But you don't understand that whoever gives the women in his life support is literally a shoo-in. She's trying to place herself in position. If Keith were to pass away, she's going to get all the support. If Keith returns, she's going to get all the credit. I'm a clown for telling the truth. She treated Mrs. White and Regina the same. Because who is she to ever say anything about the funds? But why would she say anything about the Cash App when she got 4,000 people in her room and she's on 5 and 6 boxes every time you see her? But then she started giving threats to Kevin. And when Kevin said that she was giving threats to him, I realized that she's not street. Because why would Keith ever side with Tommy over Bigo, over some money, over his brother? I thought P had morals and he said his mom was the one that folded over money. I wouldn't think that P was going to be the one that was going to come back. Let her continue to show the text. She gave me a new business partner. May God be blessed with her. I ain't never said nothing inappropriate. If you think that I'm over here trying to talk to Tommy K, girl, let the text ring. I am a married man and everything that was ever said is completely on point. It is of God and it is on point. So if you don't think that I deal with people as though God is watching me, let her send every receipt, because God is the one that is going to be the one that holds me accountable. I did nothing wrong in that dealing, so I have nothing to check my phone for. Did you notice that I haven't stopped a beat? I didn't check my phone. I didn't check my Telegram. I didn't check my Instagram. I have been genuine. So whatever I check, I'll check it while I'm sitting on the toilet, taking a dump. Before I lay down and cuddle with my beautiful wife. Please don't forget that Leah's body's shaped like she wears a diaper, and she gonna look like her mother's body when she gets older. And she don't need to ever talk about my wife when she's sitting at home eating ramen noodles, not knowing who her baby daddy is, struggling and stressing, crying every day, all up in other people's lives, when she know that's what her body about to look like, because the way her gene pool is set up, the way her genetic traits is set up, is giving a whole bunch of diabetes, high blood pressure, and a host of other diseases that would be prevalent amongst the African American community. So if you feel like I'm lying, I'm flying. So every time they key on my time, I will wait and I will remind you that I will never, ever be in the same category as a girl that draws pictures for a living. Maybe you thought that she was giving Frida Kahlo energy. You thought that she was drawing like Diego Rivera. That's what you thought. She was an artist before her time. If you don't get this little stank bitch that be playing with markers at her house, that want to talk about other people's lives because she don't like her own life, just to remind you these things. And if you're going to take Empress serious, because y'all didn't hear the things that I said to Empress and you thought that she was reading me, if you're going to take a woman serious that is known for stealing panties and running over the loss prevention with a car when her and her homegirls were part of stealing panties as a group, When you look at TT's body and you think that anybody has common sense to think that that's a good body done, could you imagine if you spent your money to get your body done and your body look like that? If she don't go and get her money back, what you talking about? You think that people can talk and be able to run their mouth against me and I'm not going to talk? You think that an old woman that's sitting over here running her mouth with a weak clothing line, with a bad body that embarrassed her daughters, bringing on here like she wasn't having sex for beans on this application in COVID? Did you forget about her and Yaga? That she was having sex and she's got a sex tape on Bigo and she's somebody's mother? So keep on playing on my top. She was over there doing the Mimi with a shower curtain with Bigo boys that were living out of hotels making money off of COVID unemployment. She was out here doing something strange for beans. And she's somebody's mother. Could you imagine if your whole Bigo career was based off of your mother being a thought and y'all scamming COVID? Then you brought all y'all family on here and acted like you was balling out of control, but nobody's balling no more. And the only thing you was doing is being out of control with your eating because your bodies look crazy for you to get your body done and for your body to be built like that. Huh? Because Royce's whole platform is built off of other people. She was never talented. TT was never talented. Her mother was never talented. So they get all three of them. I never liked her a day in my life. I hate her. And the fact that she sit there and act like it's cute while she has big lesbian women throw on her like she's not a what? She's a lesbian. She's a lesbian and she tried to insinuate that I ever wanted her. I never did. Did you clock the T that she's over there trying to get other people's? Did you see what she's doing with Sir Two-Tone? Why don't you clock the T? Follow Sir Two-Tone, follow Royce, and see what live she be in while she over there trying to be people's paymasters with her bad body ass. Huh? You remember the light-skinned guy that won Drip Idol? She's got a thing for him. Every time I'm in his live, she says I fall asleep in his live. Huh? The rapper. You didn't know that? You didn't? What are you talking about? Did you forget that Royce hangs out with TKO's ex, Korea? The woman that wears small clothes. She ate his butthole. She didn't pay her own bills while they ran around and they took trips like they was eating it, taking girls' trips while they wasn't paying bills. Excuse me. When are you going to hold these people accountable? She's got an eviction notice. She's got to get evicted while she's over here throwing money on Ant CEO when he's not hitting a quota. Talking about like he's doing Kevin Samuels reincarnations. Did you forget about that? You going to trust a woman that hangs out with a woman that wears those clothes and was with TKO? Did you forget that she was doing them TKO link-ups? Did you forget that she wore her mother's outfits that her mother made for her mother's clothing line like her body wasn't terrible and she got on camera like we wasn't going to see? Huh? You saw her in that outfit and you said this was a shame. All those sequins and all those bedazzles and no gym time. You don't think that is crazy that they think they can buy their bodies, eat whatever food that you want? Every time you see TT, she's eating. You got your body done and then you're going to eat it away. So now it just looks weird. So if you thought that she was going to play on my time, when she's known for stealing panties and having sex with men that are younger than me, and no one's in their room, and she doesn't do the whole court stuff anymore, and Royce makes her money off of other people, and all of the money that Pretty TT was making went to her scammer baby daddy. I guess you didn't peep the Instagram photos that she be tagging the dude that she with that just came out of prison. If you think that everything that they do is on the up and up, you a liar. Why don't you go and do some forensic accounting and see all the designer, find out what her man went to jail for. Find out all the things that look at what he came back home to. So do you think that all the funds that Balling Out of Control made during COVID were good when Empress was dealing with Brandon Keys at the time and Brandon Keys was making money off of unemployment? So do you think that they made money off of unemployment? Maybe so, because that's why you got these random people that was in your family that never did any content that you just put on Bigo just to flip the Bigo bag and talk about Balling Out of Control, but nobody ever coming in your room because you're not talented. Remember the snake guy left. I guess you don't realize these things. So I'm just putting these things so you understand that if a woman is doing 200 boxes and she doesn't get no organic support and she got weave that's cheaper than your weave and her body looks worse than your body and she's older than you or your same age sitting with these young gays like she doesn't know she shouldn't be in that line or in those panels. Do you think that she has common sense? Hi guys. I know you're going to watch this, so when they run it back and Royce, you do your review. So will you review that you got a bad body, TT got a bad body, your mama got a bad body, and y'all don't make no quotas, and that you out here giving lesbian tea so all the lesbian girls give you beans while you over there trying to steal people's men? So she's over there trying to steal people's men while she still gets the lesbian beans from that famous one girl. No, she plays both sides like the smooth operator girl. If you think that I'm lying, why don't you go and see who she's been throwing on? She stay in Sir Two-Tone room all night. She go to sleep in his room. I wonder if Famous One knows that. What is going on? What is going on? It's the truth. Why do people can't just do their own content without talking about people? So they make it to the point where the man that talks about God has to talk about the people that are not of God to show you that God is here. Did you forget about the Bigo Rico? Did you forget about people just been selling drugs? They've been selling drugs with their Bigo funds. What do you mean? They're over here going from Texas to New Orleans, selling illicit substances, bringing cases of lean, over 30 pills across interstate commerce, across state lines, saying it out their mouth. Nobody is nobody's street around here. You want me to please what? Smooth is talking about me? Smooth does not get any time. It's way more interesting to talk about the truth about these people that are in your face, these old women that are taking your money. What do you mean? You don't think it's crazy that these women are saying, hey, we don't have to have jobs. We're just going to sit in your face and play in it. What do you mean? They playing in your face. It's 4 a.m. too. Hold on. I got prayers to make and shit. I got a fart. Hold on. Oh, man. I've just been sitting here. Did we go through all the things that we needed to go through? Did we go through all the things that we needed to go through? What I had to fart. This was real. It smells like I had chili. It's chickpeas. Chickpeas, okay? Chickpeas, all right? If you're not following me, please follow me. I do not make it my content to speak about people in their mess. I don't. But when nobody is talking about God and everybody is focused on things that are not of God, that's when I got to step in. Because you're not more entertaining than me. You can't hold an audience better than me because my oratory skills have been trained since I was in high school. So stop it. I've been on the stage for a very long time. So when these people do this nonsense, when you don't put God first, that's when I got to come around and be on some other stuff. So it is what it is. I got to use the bathroom. I got to take some dabs. I can't do this forever. I told my wife I was going to come to bed at midnight. And she said, yeah, right. You about to do 5 more hours. Am I hosting out of region?